Everybody, this is Jay, and this video is about Empire Season 6, Episode 4, Tell the Truth. Now, a lot happened in this episode, and I'm going to cover it, especially the ending with Cookie. But if you enjoy video recaps about your favorite TV shows and movies with a little bit of humor, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you enjoy this video, please hit that like button. I'm trying to get 200 likes for this video. Now let's get into it. When it first starts off, we see Cookie and Lucius, and they're sitting there at the christening for Andre's baby with Terry, and they saying, "I'm glad you could make it, Pop." He say, "Yeah, I'm glad too. Too bad Damon Cross is still in above the ground. He need to be under the ground." She say, "Not in the church, baby." And then Hakeem comes say, "The Godfather here." And then Andre say, "Yeah, but he's late." And she say, "Look here, you fake ass Denzel. Where's the present for the baby?" He say, nothing. Go ahead and get inside." And so then they all get ready to go inside. Once she go inside, her sister there, she say, "You been looking real cozy with Lucius lately. What's going on?" She say, "Don't worry about me and Lucius. We complicated. Sound like you hating anyway." Meanwhile, we see Lucius on the phone. He said, "Oh, okay, man. I'll be right there, man." And she said, "Where you going? Where you about to be? You leaving?" He say, "Look here. All kids don't have to be forgiven for their sins like us. I gotta go." And she looking a little salty that he left. Meanwhile, Pastor Cavassier comes on up, and he's talking. Next thing you know, he introduced a singer. It's V, and she looking like a Okoye from Black Panther, and she starts singing for the christening song, and everybody sitting there happy, enjoying it. Meanwhile, we see Lulu rolling up in the SUV, and he's cocking the gun. And so we see him walking under this parking garage with his gun out. He ready to do some damage. And then we see Damon Cross pop out, and he got a gun pointed at Lucius. So they got a little Blaxican standoff going on. And then you see a little police security car drive by, so they wait. He say, "Oh, I don't want to get my hands dirty." He say, "Oh, so Lucius afraid of catching a charge?" He say, "Let's make a deal, man. You stay away from my family, and I stay away from yours, and they'll both be breathing." He say, "All right, that's a deal." He say, "All right, man." Meanwhile, we see later that evening, Lucius is in there with Andre's son, and he's saying, "I'm just checking on him." She say, "Andre did good, didn't he, baby?" "Yeah, it's just something I love to see, and I'm glad we got a full house and Andre here to see it too." He say, "Oh, okay, yeah. But despite me, huh?" And so he started walking away. And she say, "I'm just saying, I'm just happy everybody here. You ain't gotta go nowhere. You seen all my goodies." He say, "That's all right. I'm going to the guest room, Mike." Meanwhile, we see him at Empire, and he's sitting there, and he say, "It shows right here that you told everybody that you gonna be the permanent CEO of Empire. Is that what it is?" He say, "Well, we needed to have things together, Pop." He say, "What it is Empire needed a king, and you rose to the occasion. Yeah, if we gonna keep this complete, then what we gonna need to do is you gonna have to go ahead and make this work permanently. Come on over here and have a seat and take your rightful place, Mike." And then Andre starts smiling, and he goes and sits down in the seat, and he say, "All right, so what we gonna do is we need to get this contract ready for Tiana, Mike." And he say, "Well, don't worry, Pop, we got that together. What I need is for you to go and work on the Empire movie set. It really needs your help, and who's best than the man that took it from the pavement to the penthouse?" He say, "You know what? That's a good idea. That's right. That's what I'ma do, Mike." Okay, and so then later we see Becky, and she at this spin cycle class, and she making her bike cry from all the pressure she exerting on it. And then she's talking to Big Porsche, and Porsche saying, "We working a little too hard in here." She said, "Don't worry, that's all that pound cake you had." And then we see he playing Lala song. She said, "Be quiet, that's Lala song right there." And so she said, "We kind of get this. I'm trying to ride like I'm trying to make it for my lunch break." And then she goes over once it was over and talked to the teacher. He said, "You've been taking too many Kool-Aid breaks." She said, "I be thirsty. I gotta keep my blood sugar up high. Anyway, thanks for playing Lala my song? Could you play it more? He say, look, I'm going to play it slowly and I'm going to play it organically. That's how I help Lizzo grow. She say, oh, okay, well, it's no time for organic. I need hormones. Look at this body. And I got calories to go. What if I get another artist like Tiana? I'm going to get Tiana. Check out my belly. I'm losing weight. Meanwhile, we see Hakeem and he's sitting here rehearsing for the Lulu Lion movie. And so he's sitting there and the director's happy. He said, cute Cookie. And then we see Cookie walk in and then they start dancing. He got his little chain on and he's doing Just a Friend, Biz Marquee, and Lucius come in and he watching. And then he start yelling, cut, cut. Cut, man, cut. What the hell is this, man? Take this chain off my son, man. What is this? I would never wear that. And who is this girl here? Who taught you how to do the Cabbage Patch and the WAP? I'm sorry. And you, Urkel, take them glasses off. You look like a damn fool. And I'm sorry, girl, but whoever taught you these dances, that ain't gonna work. And then the director come. He said, Lucius, let's talk to the AD about these, changes. He said, don't placate me. I came up with that move. And these changes ain't superficial. I want to talk to the writer. Who wrote this? And he start walking away and dude says, actually, I wrote it. He say, I need to get rid of that girl. She ain't a real cookie. Meanwhile, we see at the Empire Studios at the headquarters, Andre is talking with Tiana. He said, look here, Tiana. I'm looking forward to offering you the richest contract in Empire history for a female artist. And she's like, oh, okay, thank you. He said, all we need to do is just backtrack that little statement you made. And she said, Andre, I thought you would understand more than anybody. He said, look, I understand, but you was caught up in my emotional of my situation, and I appreciate it, but we need to backtrack this statement. And she said, I don't know. I thought you'd understand. Your wife got a Bible verse for everything. And he said, look, my wife, she was a ER nurse for 10 years and she's seen the reproductive pitfalls of what's going on. Please, let's backtrack this and let's move forward. Meanwhile, we see Cookie and her manager is saying, everybody say you and Lucius is back together. Is this a Cucius 4.0? She said, look here, girl, me and Lucius is complicated. They need to stop worrying about taking pictures of my private ceremonies. So then she's on stage and they ask her, what's your opinion of Sky selling her nudes? She said, well, she's smart for selling her own photos. And then she says, oh, the big girl, Roseanne, say, well, you know all about that, don't you? Who hasn't seen Cookies? And everybody's like, ooh. And Cookie say, oh, okay, at least my dough still gets something to rise, unlike your lumpy ass. And when was the last time your husband wanted to see your nudes or your pale ass anyway? I'll wait. Oh, okay, that's what I thought. And so then she getting a little salty, and then all the people start laughing, and Cookie say, that's the tea, baby. And then everybody start laughing. Next thing you know, Roseanne start crying over there in the corner. And so while she crying, Cookie like, cut, go to commercial. And then the other girl say, why you so mean? She say, she came for me. Meanwhile, she backstage and her manager said, Cookie, you just acting real out of sights lately and abnormal. You need to go to counseling. And she said, be quiet. Don't you even go there. Don't even say that. I don't need no counseling. They say, well, you don't want to go from being on the talk show to be in the punchline, and the producers don't like it. You should talk to them. So she upset that she got to go to counseling. Meanwhile, we see Biggie and Smalls, and they over here talking to Tiana, trying to convince her to do a song. And Becky like, girl, you could do this song with Lala and we can make it a hit. And she's saying, yeah, okay, but I can't do anything because Andre, he wants me to be on lockdown until we get the situation together with my views on what's going on. And then Becky turned her head, yeah, them dumbass views. And then we see Smalls telling her, look, you can do what he says, but he can't control what you say. And so she put that little bug in her ear. Meanwhile, Lucius is working with the director, and he's saying, hey, look here, man, you can't put this in there. Who told you about Philly streets? He said, well, I heard he was a legend. Look here, you put some of this stuff in here and people gonna get hurt, man. You need to take this out. People want to hear about Lucius. I sold drugs from 9, but the music saved me. Next thing you know, White Tracy walk up. He say, you just like herpes. I can't get rid of you. She say, oh, okay, Lucius, where's my part in the movie? Hey, we all filled up with white crackheads in the movie, man, but I'll let you know. She said, oh, okay, well, let me tell you something. My son left me more money than God, so you can't get rid of me. I'll just take my place over here. And then she goes to sit in one of the chairs behind him. Meanwhile, we see Cookie, and now she's in therapy, and she say, look here, I don't know why I'm here, and there's no need for me to be here. And the girl say, oh, okay, well, how about we show you the reason why you're here. And then she shows Cookie the picture of her snapping on Roseanne, and Cookie say, oh, you good with them fingers? I can Google you something too. Who is this little tall dark piece of chocolate you with? And she say, oh yeah, that's my brother. Oh yeah, and if you go and swipe again, you'll find my wife. We've been together 5 years. Things have trouble in the bedroom, but we're making through. And Cookie say, oh, okay. Anyway, how I know you for real and you ain't full house your way through school? Why don't you just tell them I've been here the whole time and we can chalk this up? She say, well, I'm gonna get paid the same. Cookie say, that's good, because I'm rich. She say, what about them bags under your eyes? You know what? Don't worry about it. My makeup artist don't want to need to worry about it. Meanwhile, we see Andre and Devon, and we see this white, banker lawyer, and he's talking with Andre about thanking him for getting Tiana to walk her comments back. And so Tiana go on stage and she says, look, they wanted me to change my comments, but I mean what I said, and that's how I feel. And so now Andre looking stupid because he can't believe that Tiana didn't walk her comments back. And now the little dude say, see, you've wasted my time again, Andre. I can't believe this. I'm out of here. So now Andre pissed because the Fox executive left and that deal fell through. And so Tiana starts singing. Andre come to Devon, you talked her into saying this, didn't you? He say, look, man, Tiana's her own woman. That's what she's been trying to tell you, and she did this on her own. Meanwhile, we see Biggie and Smalls, and they walking into Empire, and Andre, they want to talk to him about the collaboration. He said, look, your fingerprints is all over this, especially yours, Becky. I saw the chocolate smudge on the fingerprints of Tiana doing this. She like, what? And he say, we're not collaborating with you at all or any Empire artists. And they saying, man, what are you talking about? We didn't do anything about this. Especially, don't piss me off, I got my pythons flexed. And then he walks away. And so now they piss, and then Giselle says, look, this is perfect. Now we can go ahead. If you thinking what I'm thinking, we can sign Tiana for the low. And then Becky say, actually, no, I wasn't thinking that. I don't want to sign her. And she's saying, look, this is perfect. It's like getting LeBron on the low. Meanwhile, we see Lucius, and he at home, and he's talking with everybody. And he said, hey, look here. There's a lot going on with this Tiana situation, and I wish somebody was able to control her and get her to close her mouth. And Cookie say, stop trying to control her. She got her right to her own opinion. And he said, she family ever since Hakeem made her family. Now, Hakeem, why don't you get her to be quiet? And she say, boy, don't pay him no attention. Let's go ahead and get ready to eat. And then Andre and his wife Terry walk in. And so they say, all right, let's get ready to eat, man. And so Andre sit down. She say, Andre, could you say grace? And so everybody join hands, and they getting ready to say grace. And so he starts saying grace and everything. And then he say, when he was done, Lucius say, that was good, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, family, united. And it seems like everything should be better. We need to get Tiana in line before she costs us a multi-million-dollar deal. Andre, I think you dropping the ball right now. It's almost 3 strikes. You gonna get us struck out right here. And it's time for me to swoop in and get this fixed. And then she say, Andre, don't pay him no attention. He was about to leave, and cause he upset. She say, sit down, boy. Don't pay your father no attention. He just upset. He said, what you say? Don't pay me no attention. I've been gone for 6 months, and it look like that's what's going on. Ain't nobody know what to do and do they damn job. That's the problem here. And Cookie like, whatever. He said, what? Pay attention to this. And then he just grabbed the little tablecloth and pull all the food down on the floor. And he say, nah, pay attention to that. Ain't nobody gonna eat up in here. Barbecue ribs and chicken and waffles all on the floor, and everybody looking stupid. Cookie say, well, at least I still got my food on my plate. Shoot. Meanwhile, Terry said, you know what? I thought Cookie was a mess, but your father take the cake. He said, look, he said, I'm not running Empire right. What do you think? You think he's right? Look, Andre, I don't know, but I am hungry. Hey, look, Terry, I don't have any food, but what I can do is I can go there and check on Empire. Empire? He said, yeah, I'm going to show him. I'm going to show him I can run this company right, and he's going to see. And so now she's sitting there left with a rumbling tummy. Meanwhile, we see later, Biggie and Smalls are sitting there, and they talking. And so she said, look, this is our chance to get Tiana. Tiana, I don't want to hear that. She got too much drama going on and Twitter's eating her alive. And she said, yeah, but this is our chance. We can make our plans with Tiana and move up. She said, look, I don't want to do that. I don't agree with what she's saying. She said, look, Becky, this is as if we signed LeBron. Yeah, if LeBron had something to say with your vagina and what goes on. Look, I gotta tell you something. I had an abortion, okay? And she says, what? You had an abortion? And she said, yeah, full disclosure, I had a condo already built and prepared for the baby, but I didn't want a baby to move in. She said, well, look, Becky, I had an abortion too. I was with Eddie. Things happen, but that's just the way things go sometimes. This isn't about whether we need to have everything controlled by Tiana. Look, this is about women, okay? Yeah, but she got the right to her opinion. You know what? I don't want to hear it. And Becky walks off. Meanwhile, we see Lulu and he in the kitchen, and we see Cookie, and she say, what's going on, okay? You know, I forgive you, okay? Because of all what's going on. You forgive me. Yeah, I forgive you, okay? I forgive you for trying to help Andre kill himself. And you should have told me, Lucius. All right, I'm his mother. I got the right to know, okay? He say, oh, okay. Well, let me tell you something. I know that you should have got on that helicopter with me. I don't forgive you, okay? And then you let me think that you were sleeping with that man. Why'd you do that? I don't know, Lucius. No, you said you want to talk. Let's talk. Tell me, why did you do that? I don't know, Lucius, okay? I was tired of this emotional roller coaster. Emotional roller coaster, yeah. All this stuff you had me going through, Lucius, I just didn't know what to think. I mean, we still love each other, don't we? I mean, what's up with that? You know what? I don't know. I was being good. I did everything right. You didn't do everything right, Lulu. Oh, okay. I don't know if we still love each other. Meanwhile, we see Andre and Maya, and he's talking about putting together this board meeting when all of a sudden he see Lucius already got a board meeting and everything together. And so he like, how long have they been here? She said about 30 minutes. He's like, oh, man. And so now he a little shook because Lucius going behind his back trying to take back over the company. Meanwhile, we see Becky, and she's screaming, bouncing up and down like she just won a free lunch. And so she's all excited because Lala's song is doing good. She break out doing the big robot or whatever, looking like a big Iron Man. And then she's got her assistant trying to do it. And she like, no, you can't do that. And she like, well, can I get paid now? And Becky say, look, when I was your age, I got paid in food stamps, and as you see, I got paid good. So she goes back to talk to Giselle about the success, and she see Tiana in there, and so she's shocked. And Tiana like, what's up, girl? I'm signing with Bossy. And then she's upset, and then she like, look, Becky, Tiana walked in here, and she decided she want to be with us. She like, yeah, if I'm going to do this, I need to be with all my girls. Besides, I'm gonna own all my masters too, boo. Bossy girls, bossy bosses. And so Becky say, let me talk to you for a minute. And she like, yeah, girl, I'm have all my masters. I'm happy to be here. And Giselle walks off. She like, you go, girl. And then Becky says, what's going on? Why'd you sign Tiana behind my back? And she says, oh yeah, sign her behind your back like you did sign Lala behind my back. Besides, we're here together for a plan. And Becky upset, face on swole, because she want to control what Tiana says. And so she says, look, our 5-year plan could be done in one. We still a team, Becky, okay? Meanwhile, he comes and the director says, here's your vision from start to finish. He said, yeah, this is beautiful, man. This is gonna work. Yeah, I told you, this is beautiful. This is just how it's supposed to be. And when the new cookie come, he said, we got people coming tomorrow. He said, this is great. This is what's gonna work. Next thing you know, we see White Tracy walk up. She say, yeah, Lucius, I heard that you are cutting people out, and I heard about Philly Street. So I had some friends of mine look him up, and here he come. And then we see Philly Street, and it's David Banner, but he looking more like a Philly steak as swole as he done got. He like, yeah, Lucius, I heard you trying to cut me out. He just gave him the look real quick and the stare down. Meanwhile, we see this woman in therapy, and all of a sudden Cookie walk in. Excuse me, don't worry about them men, don't let that get to you. And then the therapist say, Cookie, I'm busy. She say, look, I gave you a free Gucci bag and tickets. And she say, oh yeah, tickets, I love your show, the deal. And she say, that's my girl, here's my card, you call me and we gonna make that happen, okay girl? She's like, okay. And then she leaves her sessions, and then the therapist said, Cookie, you're supposed to schedule your appointments, what's going on? She says, look, I got a lot going on and I just need to talk. She say, well, I'm here, but you need to do it on my terms. And she say, okay, well, listen, I can't sleep, okay? And then it cuts, and now it's Cookie narrating, and she's saying, you know, it was 9 months ago, and she say, you know, I couldn't sleep, and the time that I did try to get some sleep. And then we see her running and getting into the Bentley, and then she drops some keys on the floor, and then next thing you know, she bends down to get the keys, and then the Bentley blows up. They blew up the Bentley, and she say, the time I did get some sleep is the time I died. Now, my final thoughts is, for one, that was a shocker. So they gonna kill Lucius and Cookie. So I doubt Cookie is the one that pulled the trigger on Lulu, because, I mean, why would she blow herself up? That means somebody was trying to kill Lucius and Cookie no matter what. And also, I think Becky is totally wrong if they trying to say they there to give women a voice. Tiana got the right to have her own voice. If she don't want to believe in abortions, that's fine. If you talking about giving women a choice, that's her choice. You can't say you giving women a choice unless the choice is different than what you want it to be. That's not the same thing. I mean, you basically trying to control women your way, just like they trying to say men are controlling women. So I think that's crazy. Anyway, I want you all to vote. Who do you think killed Lucius? I got a couple options here. It's gonna be crazy to find out. And who killed Cookie too? Meanwhile, don't forget to check out my new website, Jaymoorereviews. I got a couple new updates on the website. It's real interesting to check out. I want to also give a special thanks to all the members of my Patreon family for all your love and support. I put a couple new videos there for you. And also, when
you join
Patreon,
I will
make
a
custom picture
or video
for
you
as well
as
many
other benefits.
So
Join the club
and become
part of the family.
Thanks for watching.
Please
Leave
a
comment,
hit
that
like
button,
and
subscribe,
and
I'll see you
and
the next video.